So we're trying to move the club ahead because previously, how can I say, the coaching could have been better at the club. The level of skill set at the club with the kids could be better because kids always moved on from here to other clubs to get better coaching. So now we've got a director of coaching for the juniors. We have the FFA curriculum in place for all the junior coaching. We can have all the coaches accredited. They'll have blue cards, of course. So we're putting steps in place to make sure everything's done to a certain standard now.
We've also got an academy and there's a pathway for the kids to go through. And obviously retaining players to stay at Westside is part of that loyalty factor. Look, they're a small club. They're a club that has a really good vibe. It is about the community here, and we're developing something quite special. We've got a really excellent first team coach, Brazilian fella, and he's really brought a different skill set and capacity and ability to the club. And it's really got a really strong excitement and enthusiasm amongst the first team players and the reserves. And that's, falls down to the dominoes down to the metro sides as well.
Well, Steve, we try very hard to be respectful. We bring it in that no one here is to disrespect referees, for example, or lines persons, whether they're juniors or seniors. If I see them do it, I'll go over and have a word to them, say, well, the ground official. If it comes to worse, we'll ask them to leave because we don't want any of that going on. Even though obviously referees make mistakes, they're only human. Without refs, we don't have a game. We need to be respectful of the other teams, obviously try our hardest when we're on the field, but when the game's over, we invite them in to have a beer or whatever.
So there's a huge emphasis on club culture and having a really positive club culture and non-negotiables around that. We're not perfect, but I know that we certainly have a standard, a benchmark, which is reasonable in terms of expectations. And we expect the same from club members.
And the other thing with those values and standards is we're not going to change them.
No.
If anything, they'll go up. We're not going to lower any of those standards. So the other teams that come here, we welcome all of them to come here and play football. That's what it's about.
And
so we all enjoy football.
And enjoy the experience.
Yeah. We're moving ahead with planning. So again, with volunteers, part of the hard part was getting people to believe in planning and then executing the plan. But now we've got it to the stage where we're doing the stock takes. All the jersey templates are in for both the juniors and the seniors. We've spoken with our supplier. We're just waiting for confirmation from our largest club sponsor in the next week or so. And then all the kits will be ordered. So everything will be here for next season. All the equipment will be ordered before training starts for the majority of the club, not just the FQPL that do pre-season. Everything is put in place. All the nets are here, all the equipment for the grounds, everything else. So it's not a rush when football starts. So when football starts, it's just football. There's nothing else to do. We don't want people doing all this facility work when football's on, because our main focus then is football for people to enjoy playing football and enjoy being here. That's what's so important.
So I think, Steve, there's been real refinements in the operational process, but we're now developing that strategic side as well, which is really important in terms of the next 3-5 years.
Yeah. We're trying to do the same as business, take the urgent things out. Because someone else sees it as urgent doesn't mean it really is urgent. So we're trying to take that out and bring realism into it, which Patrick and I are both pretty good at, I think.
Yeah.
We get the plans put in place, strategic plans, tactics, make things happen. That's the clue to all of it, is making things happen. So we've changed a lot now. I've got to say we've got a lot more happy parents here and happy kids playing football. It's really, when you come down, there's a good buzz to the place. It's really good vibe for them and for the seniors. Yeah.
There's a real vibe and intensity that I've not seen before in training sessions. So we do welcome new players to come down. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock down here. We're getting good numbers at the moment, but we're obviously keen to attract new players.
We're well on the way this year, as Patrick said, with players coming down. The enthusiasm, the intensity, so early on, it's fantastic to see it. And it bubbles through the whole club when people see it.
Yeah.
We've now got an under-9 girls team. We're aiming for an under-12 girls team this year. And you can see the fields marked out at the moment with 2 fields. We've got some women's summer sixes social football on the next 5 weeks as well. It's been running for 2 weeks. So we've got a bit of a kick around and a couple of drinks and some barbecue afterwards, and everyone seems to be having a great, happy, fun time. They're really enjoying the football. The last few years we're pulling in $14,000 to $20,000 a year in sponsorship. We're pulling in many thousands of dollars in grants these days, because I look after all the grants. Make sure we get we get value and that the taxpayer importantly gets value in the community. We just put new floodlights in here, that's 80 odd thousand from the state government grant. Gambling fund grant over here for irrigation, 35,000. There's lots of things going on, and I would recommend to other clubs that they are very active in these spaces, but they've got to identify what they need at their clubs. So I see so many clubs relying on their registration money, but they don't progress. And it's like any business, you've always got to go up. You can't stop. As soon as you stop, you go down.
Upward trajectory.
Always got to maintain progress and be positive. Sometimes we don't recognise volunteers enough for the effort they put in. Because without volunteers, this club wouldn't exist, as is most other clubs. There'd be no club. And if you look at things to do with the council and state government and so on, there's more red tape all the time. Not that it's bad, it's just a lot of it.
And it's that work that goes on behind the scenes that people don't see, that the volunteers do those hard yards day in, day out.
Well, we make sure that myself and Patrick, a couple of others, we go around and see all the coaches and managers and come and see that at least the players know who we are. We have a bit of a chat to them, not too often, but very occasionally, so they know what's going on around the club. You've
got to be present. You've got to be engaging, shaking their hands. Some of those parents are obviously potential sponsors as well. So,
and then we've got more potential committee members out of the younger people here, the ones in their 30s with kids here, or others people that play Metros are interested in running the club. So that's why it's important for Patrick and I especially, is to get all these facilities finished, so that if you become the president, for example, you don't have to worry about this. Just look after football and the members.
I think the key thing is getting the right individuals on the committee in the first place. You're getting the right mix of skills that you need. And you might have somebody with a business development background or a legal background, finance background. So that's an area that we've looked at in the last few months. And I'm really excited by the committee that's probably going to be kicking off, hopefully, the AGM. As
Patrick said, we're trying to get this message across to people in the club that there's something special happening. So we might make some sort of catchphrase out of it as we go. There's something special happening here. Come and be part of it, you know.